how did the materials change from the start when Lego started making the bricks to today? So how did the style and the materials used change in time?
They haven't actually changed. So the Lego brick today is the same as it was then. It follows exactly the same patent.
What I've changed though, or at least we're trying to change, is the actual material that we use for the bricks.
Yes.
So the style, just to go back to your question, the style hasn't changed. So the clutch power, the play experience is the same. You can still now, and that's what we like, you know, even the idea that it's not a toy that you just play a little bit with and then you put it in the corner, you can actually pass it along to generations. So it's really something that we're, especially for me coming from the Lego group, it's something that we're really, it's really dear to us. But as Stina was mentioning earlier, it's also for us very important to be responsible, not only towards the community, of course, but towards the planet. And what we're working on now is to use sustainable materials to produce the Lego bricks. I know that a lot of people wonder why we haven't done it already, but just to be clear, it's not something that we can do from one day to another. It's really, as I said, the quality for us is extremely important, and for us to be able to give our fans a product that they can pass along to generations, we don't want to use a material that is, yes, sustainable, but then in a few years you'll have to throw it away. So it takes a lot of research, it takes a lot of time, but we already started to create what we call the green brick, where a lot of green elements, which are plants and trees and so on, are now actually being produced with sustainable materials. We are planning to turn, I think, Sina, correct me if I'm wrong, by 2032,
when we will be 100 years. A 100-year anniversary. We plan to be 100% sustainable. So as Anna said, different materials. Right now we're testing sugarcane.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can Google and you can see that green plant series that Anna is referring to. But again, this point about durability is very important. As Anna said, we don't actually believe that people throw Lego bricks into the waste. It's passed on in generations. So in fact, it is sustainable because it's reused.
Yeah. Definitely, I can definitely tell you I still have my Lego bricks of when I was 7. So definitely.
Yeah. You know, it's a commodity. People don't throw Lego out. At least they try and sell it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Actually, if I can add something small to it, we are actually starting to test a circular economy for the bricks as well in a few countries, where if you don't use them, instead of throwing them away, you can actually give them to the children in need, which is something that I think it's now being tested in the US and other countries, but I really hope myself that it's going to be something that we can do like worldwide, wherever Lego is present.
I agree. There's another project, and I'll go into this in detail because I work in a department where we work with children with special educational needs. And so I'm the project manager for the Lego Braille Bricks project, but we are also working on different concepts for children with, for instance, autism. And around the world, there are many clubs, they call them Lego clubs, where children with special needs and autism, ADHD, they go to play with Lego. So a lot of people are actually donating bricks to these Lego clubs around the world. They're either run by AFOLs, who I mentioned before, and or specialists or community services. And it's a great initiative that we hope we can also develop over the years.
That's great. I definitely didn't know that, so that's really, really great.